Hey everybody, Professor Reed here. Hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for the pause in communication. I had a little situation where I tutor at a school and there was a gas leak at the school, not at Penn State. I don't want to name the school, but there was a little bit of a gas leak there. So my laptop was stuck at the school and I couldn't go back. So here I am. So what I did was I made some adjustments to some due dates. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to post this and I'm going to post a video about the presentation. A few emails came in, really appreciate it. Somebody asked about the module section. I did change the dates for the paraphrasing quiz, and I changed the date for the actual presentation, but I kept the rough draft due date the same. Okay, so um, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. In addition, somebody wrote and said, um, can I change my topic? Yeah, you can, but you want to sort of think about this. Ideally, the second paper is really looking at some source material, and we're trying to like sort of expand on that original essay because at the end of the semester, one of these like essays that go into like almost like a academic type of paper with an abstract and that sort of thing. So yeah, you can change it, but I would try to make it sort of born out of that first paper. Last semester, at another school, I had some students do a paper on their first paper was on serial killers. Well, I shouldn't say serial. It was on people that are really obsessed with serial killers. And at the time, the Dahmer miniseries was out, and it seemed like all of America was watching that, which is probably what they wanted everybody to do. But the student read about people that are obsessed with serial killers, and what they did was they then went to this next paper about sort of the image of serial killers, and then they went to the cause and effect of it. Well, the cause and effect paper at the end was really well done. It was about the way the image of serial killers is being sort of like promoted. Okay, so at the end of the semester we write three major essays. We put them in the portfolio, but you want to think of them sort of growing out of each other, and then hopefully that's going to help everybody feel really good about like research projects they do in the future, in like a higher level class. Okay, so let me just go here. What I did, uh, yeah, yeah, what I did was I took a photo of the actual um, module section. Okay, so so the essay, combination essay PowerPoint is an overview of the actual essay. And what I'll do is I'll post a video on it'll be called the three different types of sources. And that one's about the overall theory of the essay. Now, what you're going to try to do is, as I mentioned in the essay, in the overview for the essay on YouTube, you're going to try to find sources that are basically forensic sources, which are sources about the past, and epididic sources, which are more popular based source material, and then deliberative sources, which are sort of about the future, like recommendations. And this idea comes from Aristotle, and we're going to sort of analyze the way that the sources are put together. Okay, so this example of the Planned Parenthood one, example two, essay two, presentation PDF, evolution of self-image and body image, psychedelics and psychonauts, really interesting one as well. And then there's another student who what I did was I got a lot of the presentations and sort of like whenever. Now, here's the thing: as we move forward, and one of the reasons I pushed the due date back, so you can see the due date's the 28th, right? So I pushed that back. In addition to not having my laptop, I also wanted to just let you know, like it'd be best if we could record these somehow. Now, I record my lectures on PowerPoint. You can do it on Zoom, whatever you want to do. But basically, I'd love to get everybody to record themselves, sort of walking us through the presentations. And most of the presentations will be about 10 minutes long. And in the video that I'll post about um, the presentations and I'll send to you. It gives an overview, it gives the slideshow, and it also has an example presentation there at the end. So I feel like you've got a lot of different options for it. In addition, I've got the SA2 overview. That link there, right here, is the overview. It's me giving a lecture for the essay, so I would watch that. And then there's also example paragraphs, and then the Dropbox for the due date, which is going to be due on St. Patrick's Day, right? So we got a little bit of time, but once again, we're in this sort of online environment. I want to make sure we have enough time for it. And then in addition, there is the paraphrasing quiz, which I pushed back till Thursday. I want to say it was originally due tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and I was like, oh my God, like I need to make an update. And I'm gonna try to do a few smaller updates this week, but really good emails that came into people. I don't think I emailed 2 people back that emailed me this weekend, but um, pertinent emails. I'll try to get back to them. But then just note that there is the paraphrasing quiz. So you want to watch the video on paraphrasing, and then I put a little passage up there to paraphrase. And then for this specific essay, one of the components is just paraphrasing something. So watch that video, and everything's linked in the modules. And yeah, so just check that out, and then hopefully that clarifies some things. And then a shorter update. And what I'll try to do is I'll try to also update a little bit later in the week. But you basically have paraphrasing quiz. Want to get that done this week. Presentation. Look at the examples. Look at the video on how to set up the presentation. And that subject matter is based off of these 3 different types of sources. So you basically want to find 2 different types of sources. Sorry, 2 sources that are each type of source. So basically 6 sources total. And I go over that in the overview. And then, the essay is about, 5 to 6 pages long, roughly. And then the due date for it's at St. Patrick's Day. Okay. Which I guess gives us over the break to complete. So let me post this. Apologize for this being a little bit delayed. I made the adjustments for it. Email if you got any questions, and we will talk soon.